Hey ho people, welcome to Stylosa's Super Steam Holiday Gift Guide Sale Deal Guide thing. It's pure, and that's all you need to know. Okay, so what have we got today? It's the 22nd of December, and first up we've got the Alien Breed Trilogy, 75% off. Now this is a top-down shooter. You kill aliens, you're a guy, a marine, loads of guns, and you go around killing aliens. I think the last Alien Breed I played was on the Amiga. I think it was the Amiga. This is an updated version of that. It's not too bad, but I'll leave it up to you if you're after some. Well, I'll tell you what, it's kind of like Alien Swarm, and you can download that for free off Steam. So maybe you should just download that for free instead of buying Alien Breed Trilogy. I don't know. I'll leave that up to you. Next up, we've got Space Marine. Now, this is an interesting one. Space Marine is listed at $14.99. Now, this is 50% off. There is no way on earth Space Marine is worth 30 quid. It's just not worth 30 quid. I really enjoyed Space Marine, but there's a number of, well, cruel, harsh facts, I suppose. The first one being, it's not long enough. It's nowhere near long enough for a £30 game. Number two, its multiplayer component is severely lacking. It's terrible. It's not very good. But $14.99, I would say it's worth $14.99 if you're a Warhammer fan, or a fan of, you know, anything Games Workshop related, you know, more specifically 40k stuff. You definitely need to buy this game. It is crazy. It's over the top. I have never played a game where I've actually felt like I was a Space Marine. It gets the balance just right. You don't feel as if you're, you know, a god, impossible to kill. You know, you feel as if you can die, but on the other hand, you also feel extremely powerful. But it's balanced quite well. So I highly recommend that game. That is pure, and for that price, it's most definitely worth it. Then we've got Mass Effect 1 and 2, which is 75% off. I never played Mass Effect 1, now this is going to sound retarded, but I've played Mass Effect 2, and that was quite a good game. So I would recommend Mass Effect 2. I think I might actually buy Mass Effect 1, because as I said, I've not played it. And Mass Effect 2 is definitely worth a playthrough. And for 75% off, you can't go wrong, so I would pick that up as well. Then we've got Limbo for £1.75. Now Limbo is a fantastic game. It's the style of Limbo, the atmosphere it creates is fantastic, and it's only 2D, for God's sake. It's a puzzle, physics-based platform game, and it's great. £1.74, that is a must-buy. You just absolutely buy that. Buy it. Just go and buy it. Then, another absolute must-buy we've got is Torchlight for £3.24. £3.24. I cannot believe that. £3.24. Go and buy Torchlight. Just do it. Like, you need to go and buy Limbo and Space Marine. They're the must-buy so far. Next up, we've got Operation Flashpoint. This is 80% off. Now, I wasn't really a fan of this. It's a military realistic shooter, although apparently not as good as Armour. But it's 80% off, so if you're into the realistic shooters, you know, you're not into your Battlefield 3s or your Call of Duties, then give that a shot. But again, I'll leave that up to you. Then we've got Brink, which is £3.74. Now, Brink, I totally ignored Brink when it first came out. I thought it didn't really interest me all that much, but that price, all of a sudden my interest has been piqued. I mean, I think they were actually selling it for £3.74 a couple of weeks back, and I never actually picked it up then, although I did download the game client because it was a free weekend, I think. So I think I might actually pick that up. It's an FPS game where people have got funny elongated faces, so you can say it's got some stylized graphic work, but it does look fairly good. And as I say, for £3.74, what's that? The price of a pint? Well, maybe not anymore. Not in these harsh economic times. Then we've got Blur for £3.74. Now I think Blur is it's a racing game. I'm not really into racing games, so I'm not really going to say anything about that. I haven't covered it. I haven't produced any content on Blur, so again, I'll leave that one up to you. Next up, we've got Skydrift. Now Skydrift, it's only £3.49. I would say it is worth £3.49. Me and Kirioff had quite the blast playing it. Now, if you think of Mario Kart, but with biplanes, like Red Bull Air Race, but with Mario Kart. You know, you collect the power-ups, you fire the missiles at each other, and it's like a crazy arcade racing game. We had quite some fun playing that game, so I would recommend that game. And for £3.49, yeah, you know, you can't go wrong. The next thing we've got is Divinity 2. Now this is £7.49. Again, this isn't a game I've played, although I have actually seen somebody playing it, so I guess that kind of counts as in the flesh. I mean, I haven't just watched somebody play it on YouTube. And it's a or you can play it from a third-person view RPG in quite a big world. I think it's based on the graphics engine is based. Well, I think it's the GameBro engine, which is used for Oblivion and a couple of other games. But if you're after an RPG fix in a fantasy world, much like Neverwinter Nights yesterday, then you can't really go wrong, I suppose. And there's a lot of content there as well. So that's only $7.49. So again, I'll leave that up to you if you want to go ahead and get that. But the next thing we've got is Avedon, the Black Fortress. This is £1.49, and now this is it's a fantasy game. It's an indie game, obviously, but it's a fantasy game, and I don't really know all that much about it. It's completely skipped over my head. Seems like a bit of a reoccurring theme in this this Steam deals thing. The bastards have put games up I haven't been playing. But again, what I would say is, if you're interested in like an old school, it almost looks like Ultima Online, that type of art style. You control a group and you sort of go around doing RPG style things in an old school fashion. Again, I would stick Avedon the Black Fortress into Google, check out some clips on YouTube, maybe check out some reviews before you go ahead and pick that up. But again, it's only £1.49, so it's not exactly a massive financial smashing, is it, even if you buy it and you don't like it? So again, I'll leave that up to you. And the last one we've got is Silent Hill Homecoming. Now, if that is what I believe it is, Silent Hill is a horror game, and it was on, well, consoles, so I haven't played it. So again, make your own mind upon that. I don't know, stick it into Google, check out the Steam page, whatever. But definitely what you need to buy from the Steam sales, you need to get Space Marine. That's worth $14.99. Limbo, you need to buy that. You need to buy Torchlight as well, and I would say Mass Effect as well. And I'm probably going to go and buy Mass Effect 1 because I don't have it and I haven't played it, and that's kind of lame because I've played number 2. Oh dear. I've been Stylosa from Lost.com. I'll be back tomorrow with more information on the Steam deals, so try not to go bankrupt, or maybe just nick the wife's credit card and use that instead, and just don't tell her. But then when the bank statement comes and she finds out and there's a massive argument and she wants to know what the hell Mass Effect 1 is, what's Limbo, what's Torchlight, then you could have a problem. But remember not to beat your wife, because that's bad. I've been Stylosa from Lost.com, and I'll catch you next time, people. Toodaloo.